Have you ever wondered what happens when you jump on a trampoline in the rain? Does it get extra bouncy or dangerously slippery? Today, we're testing it out, so grab your umbrella because things are about to get wild. We've all been there, right? It's a perfect day for bouncing, and then suddenly the clouds roll in. Do you pack it up and go inside, or do you embrace the chaos? We're a team that loves to ask the big questions, and this is one we just had to answer. We're going to put this trampoline through the ultimate rain test to see if it turns into a super soaker splash pad or a slip and slide of doom. We've got our rain gear, our cameras are rolling, and we're ready for whatever the weather throws at us. So stick around to see what happens when you mix trampolines and torrential downpours. It's science, it's fun, it's about to get very, very wet. Before we jump, let's make sure everything's safe. The most important part of any experiment is making sure nobody gets hurt. Our trampoline frame is locked down and stable. We've checked every spring and bolt to make sure they're secure. The mat is already getting soaked from this drizzle, and we've got extra safety mats placed all around the perimeter, just in case. And a crucial tip for anyone even thinking about this: never try this without proper gear or adult supervision. We're wearing non-slip water shoes to get the best grip possible, and we've got a spotter on standby. Safety is not a suggestion, it's a rule. Remember, we're doing this so you don't have to. We've taken all the precautions to make this as safe as it can be, because fun is only fun when it's safe. So, with our safety checks complete, let's establish our baseline. Let's start with the dry trampoline. Before the downpour really begins, we need to know what we're working with. This is our control test. As you can see, the bounce is solid, it's predictable, and it feels completely safe. I can control my height, stick my landings, and generally know what to expect with every single jump. This is the classic trampoline experience we all know and love. The mat has great grip, and the energy return is exactly what you'd expect. Now, pay close attention to this height and stability. Let's see how things change when we add a little rain. The clouds are getting darker, and I can feel the first few drops. The big question is, will the water act as a lubricant, making it slippery, or will it add a new, fun dimension to the bounce? It's time to find out. Okay, it's raining. The sky has opened up, and the trampoline is officially soaked. The mat is glistening, and you can see every single jump creates this epic splash of water that just goes everywhere. Honestly, this is way more fun than I expected. It feels like a water park right in your backyard. But I have to say, it's also a little dangerous. The surface is incredibly slick. The grip I had just a few minutes ago is completely gone. My feet are sliding with every landing, and it takes a lot more concentration just to stay upright. You can see me fighting for balance. Here, that was a close one. It's this crazy combination of exhilarating and terrifying. The bounce itself feels just as high, maybe even a little more springy because of the water tension, but the lack of traction is the real game changer. It's a whole new beast. Now, it's time for the rain bounce challenge. With the surface this slippery, can we still pull off some of our favorite tricks? Flips, spins, or even simple grabs become a whole new level of difficult. Let's find out. First up, a basic 180-degree spin. Okay, here we go, ... Whoa. The landing was super sketchy. My feet slipped right out from under me. Let's try something else. How about catching a ball mid-air? It's hard enough to track the ball with rain in your eyes, but sticking the landing is the real challenge. Got it? But that landing was more of a controlled slide. The biggest challenge is that you can't plant your feet to absorb the impact. Every single movement has to be perfectly balanced, or you're going down. It's less about acrobatics and more about pure survival at this point, but it is an absolute blast trying to conquer the slippery surface. So, after all that slipping and splashing, what did we learn? Let's break down the results. The trampoline definitely doesn't lose its bounce in the rain. If anything, it feels just as powerful. So for bounce, we're giving it a solid 8 out of 10. However, traction takes a huge hit. The safety factor drops way down. We have to give safety a 5 out of 10, and that's with all our extra precautions. Without them, it would be much lower, but the most important metric, the fun factor. Jumping on a trampoline in the rain is an absolute 10 out of 10 for fun. It's a wild mix of science and chaos. You're battling the elements while trying to defy gravity. It's an unforgettable experience, combining the joy of bouncing with the thrill of a water fight. So, what happens when you put a trampoline in the rain? You get slippery chaos, epic fun, and a splashy science lesson all rolled into one. It was an awesome experiment, and while we had a blast, we have to stress again how important it is to be safe. We definitely wouldn't recommend trying this without taking the right precautions. But it was fascinating to see how a little water could completely change the dynamic. What do you think? Would you try this challenge? Let us know what you thought of our rainy day experiment in the comments below. We read every single one, and if you enjoyed watching us get soaked for science, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next crazy adventure. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.